All right, welcome to our regeneration class. I am Coach Clint, and today we'll be going through some fun little movements to just kind of refresh you through your day. Nothing crazy here, just body weight and some bands. So nothing crazy. If you don't have bands, no big deal. We like to start our class with a fun little tip of the day, and then we'll do some housekeeping and get you guys working out and feeling great, hopefully. All right, so what do we have today? Tip of the day is work plus rest equals success. It is so true, right? So I'm talking more on the training side of things. Training is important, but the recovery piece is so huge. And that goes all the way through. So again, I'm going to plug our yoga, right? So that yoga challenge is happening right now. If you're interested, let me know. I'm sure you got the email also, but I am doing it. So if you want to do that yoga challenge with me and get better every day through that, it's mind and body, so good for us. That's also going through some hot tubs, some pool work. So it's cold here. So if I want, I'll go in the hot tub. You can do some zero gravity, like leg lifts, stuff like that is always really nice because it helps your body to recover. Plus the warm or cool water, again, helps your body to recover. Sleep, super important, but a lot of us have a hard time with it because there's so many electronics, everything else. So if you can, at all possible, try to get your room as dark as possible, as equalized sound as possible. So that could be a sound machine or it could be dead sound, okay, nothing at all. And then a nice cool room. It's actually better for your body to be cool and you have to curl up in blankets than be too hot because our body doesn't sleep well when it's hot, which is kind of crazy, even though you're under blankets, right? And then our last thing, water and good nutrition. Those are huge parts of recovery. Water helps flush your system of all the bad, and good nutrition brings in all those good vitamins. Eat the rainbow. And I'm not talking Skittles, I'm talking fruits and veggies. Okay, so the more colors on your plate, the better. I'm also not going to knock Skittles too much because it worked for Marshawn Lynch. So you can't complain, right? All right. And then last but definitely not least, our joke of the day and funny picture. Our joke: why did the donut struggle in yoga class? Again, a yoga joke because we're working on yoga all month this month. Well, stick around to the end and I will tell you why the donut struggled in yoga class. And then last, before we get started with our workout, got to give you guys the little disclaimer. Just a reminder, this is a one-way camera, so I cannot see you. So please be safe. Make sure you have a good, safe space around you. You have a way to contact somebody if something happens, that you can get help if needed. Make sure you have some water, you have good space, you're ready to rock and roll. If at any point you start feeling lightheaded, funny, anything like that, please take a break, find a recovery position, and then get back into it if you can. And if you need to stop for the day, please do so. Don't feel like you're letting me down at all. Okay, I look forward to doing this workout with you. And then with that, we'll just kind of start from there. So go ahead and grab your band if you have one. We're gonna get rolling here right on time, hopefully as usual. But we're gonna start down on the ground actually, but put your band up at your knee. So I'm gonna put my band on both knees, about an inch above my knees. We're gonna get down into our good glute bridge position. If you do not have a band, that is okay. You're still following along right here with me. So we're gonna go shoulder width with our feet, heels dug in, toes towards the sky. We're gonna drive our hips up nice and high, squeeze our glutes at the top, and then let ourselves down nice and slow. Come up nice and high, squeeze at the top, let yourself down nice and slow. Now, if you have a band, you're keeping that band from pulling your knees in. Drive up. We're going for 5 of these, but you're trying not to let the band own you, okay? You're owning the band. You're in control. We come up to the top, pause for just a second, lower ourselves down nice and slow. We got 2 more. My glutes are already feeling alive and awake. Woo! Beautiful. Last one, down nice and slow. Now we're going to bring our heels together. So my heels now are touching. Here, I'll turn towards you so you can see. Heels are touching, knees are still out. Okay, that's the position I'm in. And I'm going to turn back to the side. And now, with our toes still in the air, we're going to drive up nice and high. Now you're going to feel the squeeze a little different in your glutes. Notice the difference. Okay, down nice and slow. Drive up. We got 5 more right here. Down nice and slow. Good. Up. There's 3. So this is just working a little different part. Drive up. Down nice and slow. Last one. Up. And down nice and slow. Good. We're going to do a little core and glute activation. So if you have a band, you're going to your feet with that band. Again, if not, you're just going to be in the good plank position. So plank position. First thing I want you to do, we're going to screw our hands into the floor. Okay. So once I'm in my position, I'm going to screw my arms into the floor. Okay. Nice and tight. Then we're going to go into a down dog position just to lock that core in. And I'm going to drive my hips down. I'm going to try to rip the floor apart underneath me. Okay. So first thing, screw those arms into the floor, activating my shoulders. I'm in a good plank position, but I'm going to drive up and I'm going to try to peel the floor apart below me. Now I'm nice and active. Okay. From here, I'm going to lift one leg, stretch that band out, set it back down, and we're going to alternate feet. If you don't have a band, you're just picking your foot up, squeezing your glute. Keep that leg as straight as possible. Keep your core nice and tight. Don't forget to breathe. If you're talking through a class, don't let me pass out. Okay? Don't let me pass out. Sometimes coach forgets to breathe because he has to keep the space filled with talking, right? 5 on each side. Then we're going to stretch and get into the big movements today. Got 1 more. And good. And relax down. Go ahead and pop that band off. Okay. Now we're going to go into a figure 4 bent knee hamstring. So I'm going to cross one leg over the top, just like so. Okay. Now I'm going to thread the needle. I'm going to reach between my 2 legs. I'm going to grab my hamstring. I'm going to pull towards myself. Okay. From there, straighten the leg. Bring it back down. Notice my shoulders are active. I'm not just flopped on the floor. I'm keeping my core a little tight here. I'm pulling back towards myself as much as I can. You're going to feel a stretch in your hip and then hopefully in your hamstrings. If you don't feel your hamstrings, that's okay. We're working that figure 4 first, and then you can always do a bent knee hamstring after. Let's do 5 of these. Leg extended, bent knee hamstring. 1 more. This is just a good all around movement. Okay, now switching sides. Now this hip is a lot tighter. Some of you might have tighter hips. That's okay. It's a lot harder for me to do this side. So I'm going to work on it. Hopefully this yoga that we're doing is helping. Got to get better every day, right? It says it on the back of my shirt today. It's going to remind me through this whole class. Let's go 2 more. Last one. And shake those legs out. Okay, let's go up on our feet, do our activation, and then we're going to get into our workout today, our little flow pattern today. Okay, all the way up, on go, we're going to attack that floor, get in a good base position, try to rip the floor apart between our feet. Okay, first go, dropping into that base position. Second go, 2-inch runs in place, just running in place, nice and light on our feet. Here we go, all the way up. Go. Go. Nice. 2-inch runs here. You can go slow. You can go fast. It's up to you. You're in control. And relax. Good. 1 more. Then we'll get started. Here we go. All the way up. Go. Go. Fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. And relax. Nice work, guys. Okay, grab a quick drink of water. Yeah, I don't get one. I just get to start coaching. Okay, so today we have a deep squat to hamstring. I'm going to use my band to activate my upper body while I'm doing these deep squats. The rest of you, if you don't have bands, you're just going to keep those arms up over your shoulders. Okay, so our big thing today is an overhead squat to hamstring, and then we're going to go plank to world's greatest, bear crawl laterally. Okay, so moving side to side in a bear crawl. We're going to go stand from there and then lunge with a good rotation. Okay, so good stuff today. We're really going to move through. Okay, so first thing, squat. I'm going to take my band. I'm just going to have tension on it. I'm not trying to rip it apart. I'm going to press my arms up over my head. Shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward, and then I'm going to squat down. Deep squat, as deep as I can, trying to keep my chest up so you can still read my shirt. Okay, now I'm going to take my, still under tension, touch my fingertips to the floor, drive my, now I'm in a hamstring position. Now I'm going to bring my hips back underneath to a squat position, bring those arms up, and stand. That's one. Holy moly, coach, that's a big one. Yeah, it is. I told you, big movements today. Okay, here we go. Overhead. Again, if you don't have the band or if your arms get tired, drop the band. Just keep those arms up. Okay, so this is what it would look like. Down, deep squat. Hold for a second, drop those hands to the ground. Touch the floor, drive those hips up nice and high. So now you're almost in that forward fold. I'm not gonna say it's a pretty forward fold, but you're there. Bring those hips back under into that squat position. Arms go up and stand. Overhead squat, some of the hardest movements you're gonna do. Coach Haley at Ronler worked with me on it a bunch, so I can do what I can do now. Thank you, coach. Got a lot of great coaches with us. Here we go, deep squat down. Drop those hands. Again, I already talked up Kira, the yoga coach. Michelle also does it, drive those hips. They do some amazing stuff. They're way more flexible than me, but it helps motivate me. Tuck underneath. And like I said, my wife's yelling at me too. Arms up, stand up. It's good for us though, right? I'm gonna be 36 years old this year. Yoga is gonna help me to stay young, hopefully. Okay, arms up. Deep squat, last one for this round. Hands down. Hips up. Good. Find that forward fold. Find a comfortable spot. Try to get those legs as straight as possible. Tuck back under. Arms up. And stand. Nice. All right. Band comes off. Okay, we're going to hit that plank position again. You can hand walk out if you want. I'm going to just to kind of keep with the flow. Slide my hands down, hand walk out into a plank position. Now, once I'm in this down dog, right, I know to screw my hands in, drive my hips forward, find that plank position nice and solid. Okay, from there, I'm going to take my right leg up. Okay, and I'm going to drive it forward into a strider stretch. So outside of my right arm, right leg going outside my right arm. Okay, if you can't do that, okay, if you come here and you have to adjust it forward, that's fine. If you need to walk your hands back, that's fine. Find how you can do it. Just get into the strider stretch. Back leg is active, driving my heel towards the ground. Good. Hold there for a second. Rotate that right arm towards the sky now. Point that hand up towards the sky. Wiggle your fingers. Nice deep breath here. Don't let that back heel come forward. Come back inside. Now step that leg back into your plank. Okay, I'm going to hit a down dog just to re-lock in that plank. Good. Now left leg up. Now you know the drill. You're going to swing that left leg forward into that strider stretch position. Again, if you need to take a couple of steps, that's fine. Drive my heel down. Rotate my left hand up towards the sky, wiggling my fingers. Woo, look where that hand is going. Now notice on the back of my shirt, it says better every day, because we do every time we're here. Hand comes to the inside. Good, kick that leg back. Come up into a down dog, shake it out, step it off a little bit, alternate those feet, try to get those heels to the ground. Good. Drop those knees straight to the ground. Okay, bear crawl position. I'm going to demo a bear crawl position, and then I'll turn so I face you so you can see the lateral movement. Bear crawl position. My toes are tucked underneath. I find my neutral spine. So if you have to do a couple of cat cows to find that neutral, find neutral spine. Hover your knees just off the ground. Okay, my knees are floating here. I can run my hand right under my knees. Okay, that's our bear crawl position. We're going to move laterally. Okay, we're going to go 5 steps to the right, 5 steps back to the left. Okay, so I'm going to start off center just a little bit. Okay, bear crawl position, 5 steps moving back and forth. Here we go. Lock in to that bear crawl position, hover those knees just a little bit, and we're just going to move sideways. So step out, step together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I'm still on screen. And back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know, little kids make that look so much easier than it actually is. All right, from there, just drive up into our down dog position. Walk those hands back to our feet, to a stand. Roll up nice and slow. Just like that. Okay, left leg forward. Right leg is going to reverse lunge. I'm going to rotate over my left leg. Okay, so I'm going to step back, reverse lunge. You can take your knee all the way to the ground, or you can hover, your choice. I'm going to take it to the ground this first round and work on my mobility. So I'm going to open up my chest, use this front leg as a lever, come back to center, step up. Now I'm going to switch to the other side, all the way down to that lunge, open up. Again, I'm using this as a mobility time, squeezing my down glute, making sure my core is tight, rotating through my back, stepping up. Let's go one more on each side. Rotate open. Step up. Good. Switching sides. Make sure you're breathing nice and deep. Back to center and step up. All right, round 2. Now, this is the second part of our flow. So now that we know the movements, we're going to flow through it a little quicker. Hopefully, you don't have to take a break in between the world's greatest bear crawl and then the stand to lunge. Okay, we're going to try to flow that all together. The only thing that's kind of a separate movement is this squat overhead. Okay. Oh, we're good on time. Good. All right, here we go. Arms up overhead. Still got 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes. Deep squat down. Drop those hands, drive those hips. Nice and high. Feel that forward fold. And then we're going to tuck back underneath. Big chest as we go. Arms overhead. Stand up. Okay. Now, if you see my band come together like this, yell at me. You can't really, but in your mind you can. Okay. Deep squat. I can feel your energy. Down. Drop those hands. Drive those hips up nice and high. Good. Tuck under. Find your balance. Arms go up. Stand up. Nice. Deep squat. Tuck under. Hands up. Good. Hips, not hands. Sorry to get confusing. Sometimes you forget what you're saying. Tuck under. Arms up. Stand up. Good. One more. Deep squat down. Hands down, hips up. Underneath, arms up, stand up. Oh, nice. Good work, guys. That one's always fun. Really feels good in the hips. Good on the quads. Okay, here we go. Hand walking out. Plank position. Now again, try to tie this all next piece together without coming out of position if we can. Hand walk out, plank position. Create that tension. Screw those arms into the ground. Let's go left leg first this round. Left leg up. Drive it forward, not stride or stretch. Find your position. Drive your heel to the back. Rotate that arm up towards the sky. Deep breaths. Good. Arm inside. I'm going elbow to instep. If you can, do it. If not, still put your hand inside. Let's rotate one more time with that left up towards the sky. Good. Back underneath. Kick back into that plank position. I'm going to hit down dog just for a second. Stretch my legs out. Good. Right leg up. Swing it forward. Strider stretch. Drive that heel back. Rotate that right hand towards the sky. There we go. Nice and strong here. Look where that hand's going. Good. Bring it back inside. I'm going elbow to instep if I can. And then rotating right back up towards the sky. Beautiful. Hand down. Now don't come out of our position. Go into plank. Stay in that good plank position. Go down dog if you need to. I'm going to turn sideways, walking down dog, so that as I come into my bear crawl position, coming into that bear crawl, knees are now hovered. I'm going to go 3 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3. I ran out of room, so I have to go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then 1, 2 the other way. Good. Now drive those hips up, down dog position. Walk those hands back to your feet and roll up. Nice and slow. Beautiful. If you made it through, amazing. If you're still finishing up, good job. That was a lot on the quads to finish that little piece out. All right. Last little piece here. Going into that reverse lunge rotation. I'm going to hover my knee this time. If you want to still go down to the ground, work on mobility, that's great. I'm going to hit strength just a little bit here at the end. So reverse lunge, dropping down. I'm going to hover that knee, open things up. Good. Nice deep breath. Step on up. Switch to the other side. Reverse lunge. Find your balance. Open up. Back to center. Good. Nice and slow here. Take your time. Again, if you're going all the way to the ground, that's great. Whatever works best for you. It's your class right now. I'm just facilitating. I'm giving you the tools. I want you to take those tools and make them yours. Here we go. Switching sides. Opening up. Good. One more. Reverse lunge. One more on each side, I should say. Open up. Good. Switch. Here we go. Open up. And step up. Nice work. Okay, now, before we go into the coaches challenge, which on Tuesdays right now for this month is the push-up challenge. Thanks, Coach Andy. Again, another great coach we have. We're going to do 5 rounds of the push-up challenge today to the best of our abilities. I'm going to try to count myself for 5 rounds. But before we get into that, I want to take a minute, 1 minute to do our yoga pose today. Okay, our pose of the day. Okay, tree pose was one of them. So we're going to go into that little bit of a tree pose. So the nice thing about that, you can pop your leg here, arms up towards the sky. And I'm probably butchering this because Kira did it and she did it so good, but I'm just learning. So we're going to go 30 seconds. You can pop it here. If you can come all the way up. Woo. Okay, nice tight core, finding your balance. Got about 10 more seconds and we're going to switch to the other side and then we're going to do our push-up challenge. 2, 1, good. I'm going to pop to start just to find that balance. I'm going to drag that foot up. I'm going to try not to sickle my foot, which I don't even know what that means, but that's what my wife says all the time. Okay, I'm going to find that balance. Tight core. About 10 more seconds. And then we're going to go into our challenge. 2, 1, and rest. Look, you just did your first yoga pose for the 28-day challenge. Nice work. Okay, so this next one, push-ups. As best of your ability, We're going 20 seconds on, 10-second rest. We have 5 rounds, okay? Now, I just want you to do your best. If you can only get 5 or 6 in each round, that's great. I want you to just work on it. We're getting better all the time, okay? Do your best. If you need to do it from your knees, that's great. If you need to do it from a couch to make it harder, that's great. Whatever you want to do, this is your time, okay? Now, if you can't do push-ups anymore, I want you to hold in a plank or drive your hips into a down dog position for the remainder of the time for that 20 seconds, okay? Try your best to at least hold that core position for the rest. Now, as soon as we're done here, we'll get to our quote and our joke and get you guys out of here and on your way, okay? So here we go. In 5 seconds, we're starting our first round. Push-up position in 3, 2, 1, and go. Get as many push-ups in as you can. I'm gonna try to talk you through it. I'm gonna have to count the video later to see how many I get, because I have to watch the clock. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Got a 10-second rest, guys. See, that's not too bad, round 1. 5 more seconds, we're going round 2. 3, 2, 1, go. Get as many in as you can. Take a rest when you need. Try to keep good form, keep your core tight. Good job, guys, keep it up. Do what you can, do as many as you can. You got 4 more seconds. And rest. Doing good, keep it up. Get a drink if you need it. We got 3, 2, 1, go. Good, keep it up. Get 5 and 5. 5, take a quick rest, and 5. Do 2 and 2. Okay, do 1. Just keep moving it. And rest. Whew. You're doing good. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, go. I'm just gonna hold for a second, stretch things out. Nice and tight. Push-ups are something that no matter how many times you do them, they always feel hard. We got 1 more round after this, guys. I think I lost count. Rest. Whew. Tight chest. 5 more seconds. I think 1 more. I might have to do 2 more just to be safe. And go. Pump it out. See, I'm taking a break in plank. We got 10 more seconds. We're gonna get 1 more in. Maybe 1 more. And rest. Oh, good job, guys. If that was 4, I'm sorry. It's hard to count and keep motivating. I need a tally board. But good job today. Thanks to everyone for being here. Our quote today, keeping along with the yoga theme, yoga happens beyond the mat. Anything you do with intention to how you feel is doing yoga. So even something as crazy as this push-up challenge, as long as your mind is on your body, like that last little piece, I knew my body was tired. I did 1, right? I know where my body's at. I put the intention into it. That's yoga. Knowing what your body's saying, feeling what's going on around you, reacting to it. That's that yoga mindset, right? Mind and body. So it's beautiful. I love it. So again, keep it up. Good job today, guys. And why did the donut struggle in yoga class? Because he couldn't find his center, which would make tree pose very hard, by the way. All right, guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate you very much. As always, if you need something, please let me know. Thanks to Glenn, who reached out and told me that he wasn't sure what a consult was, and I'm asking you guys if you want to do them all the time. We can just set up a time to chat on Teams or anything like that for, 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what you have. It can be about anything. It's just time for you to connect with me. We can talk about workout. We can talk about weather. It doesn't matter. So if you're interested, super simple. You get 4 a year. They're free. So use them. Okay. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day. Practice some yoga mindset stuff if you get time. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time in our regen class or anywhere I see you. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Go enjoy that sunshine. Be happy, be healthy. Talk to you soon. My voice is all screwed up too. And I'm sweaty. See you guys. Appreciate you.